What's up, comic family? New video for you here. It's gonna be kind of a different one. Well, that part's not different. Still watching cartoons. So I'm a big kid. It's the Avengers Assemble show, the newer one. I don't mind the show. The show's pretty good. I don't like it as much as the Earth's Mightiest Heroes one, but this one's good. It's definitely based on the MCU. And they up to like season 5 or 6 now. They just did Panther's Quest, and now they're doing like the Marvel Rising stuff. So like Kamala Khan and Squirrel Girl are part of the team. I don't know. This is like season 2. Okay, but anyway, why I'm here, why you're here, whatever, why this video exists. I want to do a video commemorating all of my cover swipes. There's a lot. There's more down here too, and more in that box. It's almost a full long box of cover swipes, homages, whatever. Swipes, swaps. I think these ones aren't, but those are, and the rest of these are. So hopefully I won't get through all of these. It might be another 2-part video. But, I mean, the best way to get through it is to jump in. So, quickly touch on these. This is one of the newest ones I got. There's no particular order whatsoever. I just, when I get them, I put them in the box all haphazardly, old, new, scattered throughout. But if I can talk about each one, if I know offhand which book it's swiping, I'll try to name it. Or whatever. But Vampire State Building, this is a newer one, so it's issue 3. Obviously, it's the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man #1 swipe, or maybe it's a Spawn #8 swipe. Oh, who knows? A swipe of a swipe. But they've done that cover numerous times. I don't have too many of them. I know a lot. There's a few collectors out there that are like completists of it, and they'll get all of them. Same as the Spider-Man 300 swipe. There's a bunch of those. And then next to it, we got Lockjaw doing Amazing Fantasy 15 with Spider-Ham. And then over here, another Spider-Ham. This isn't an actual comic cover. It's inside of... It's Spider-Man, Deadpool... I want to say 50. Whatever the last issue was. 50 sounds right. I think it went more than 25. Yeah, 50. Let's say 50. And inside of it, there's a bunch of these, like... Inside of it, there's homage covers that pertain to the story. Like, oh, well, what if our comic looked like this? Or what if da-da-da-da-da? And there's like 4 or 5 pages of just goofy, like, fan covers or homage covers. And that was a cool one. I liked it so much that I flipped it around, put it inside the bag and board like that, and I bought another copy of the book just so I could have a normal one. I thought that was cool. Alright, just hopping in. I think I'll do the pile behind. Yeah, I'll save those. But check that one out. That's a good one. It's your Savage Tales there. Okay, so let's do this pile. This would be swiping the Breaking of the Bat with the Bane twins in this one. I couldn't name you the number. It's 6. I don't know, because if it was Detective 660s. So probably regular Batman. Oh God, I don't know. Was that 400 something? Like 497? Sounds right. Who knows? I don't want to spend forever trying to think of that, but yeah, I don't know. Gung Ho. I think this homages the Walking Dead Compendium. This is another new one. This is Spider-Man 17. They're doing the symbiote swap covers there. That's a pretty good one, actually. Oh, so first Robin. This one doesn't have any of those, like, whoever after whoever, but I take this as it's like Detective 38, which is your first Robin. It's like Robin busting through the thing and Batman next to him. Badass #1, and that's sort of a Steranko thing. Some Nick Fury book. I couldn't tell you which number for sure. And in that same run, you got Badass #4, the Amazing 129 swipe. And that would be Gil Kane, right? Yeah. Old Kane Gil. Oh man, there's tons of these. So I have almost every single Fantastic Four #1 homage or swipe, and it's enough to fill like half of a short box. Like there are legit. There's probably this many FF1 swipes. This is a good one though. I like the Acts of Vengeance series. Event. This one's cool. That's Xmen 101, I think, is the number. Fanboy #5. It's your Batman and Robin #1. I got a tin sign of it over there. Another one of these. So I'm gonna actually, half the reason I'm doing this is I wanted to pull out any doubles I had. So this one is kind of, I mean, it's a Breakfast Club homage, but it's sort of, yeah, it'd be strictly a Breakfast Club homage, based on how they all look individually. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, the movie, they did their own little, like, photo shoot of that. It was kind of funny. But that's definitely a straight-up Breakfast Club. Rip. Batvark. There's a bunch of the Aardvark. Bunch of the Batman, or I know, a bunch of. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Cerberus. Jesus. Or I say Cerberus. What is it? Cerebus. Cerberus, whatever. He has a bunch of fucking cover swipes. I think almost every issue of the newer run had like a alternate cover. Hank Johnson. This is that same one with that badass, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry. They did a Silver Sable cover of this as well recently. Yeah. Some more Steranko goodness. It's a Days of Future Past swipe. This one's not as much. It's kind of an homage. They did a lot of these covers where it was like, this person's leaving the X-Men, or this person quits, blah blah blah. And they've done this cover, like, I can't tell you exactly which one was first, but I've seen that set up a bunch of times. Same as there's a bunch of the ones where, like, there's a guy in the middle, kind of the Death of the Phoenix one, where you got a guy in the middle holding a character and they're like dead. Kind of the Crisis Superman Supergirl cover. That one's been done to death too. Because there's a lot of like homages to it. They're not necessarily swipes or anything, but they're definitely like, you know, paying tribute to. This was the Nerd Block exclusive Inhumans Special Edition one. Inhumans of Fantastic Four 46. This was FF1, and they took the Fantastic Four 51 cover. This Man, This Monster. It's This Hope, This Heartbreak. Nifty. Got the lenticular cover for the first Deadpool Cable Marvel Legacy thing. And I do have another entire, it would be short box full of the lenticulars. I bought the whole set when they came out, and then I picked up a bunch of other ones. What I've been doing recently is taking the lenticular cover off, and then just like having the cover underneath it, the swiped cover, which is cool. Looks like Bolland. It sure is. Very cool. Your first Batgirl. So that's sort of, where did that go? So this was kind of taking on that, which I don't know if you want to call that Superman 1 or that Adventure Comics 400 something, which was, I believe it had Superboy in the middle, but I think that one had more of like these blurbs and stuff on it. But I don't know, it's definitely still an homage to Superman 1 regardless. So. This one's a thicker trade paperback Elseworlds book. Got the sniffles today. Another Days of Future Past homage. Cool. A Back to the Future take on Chrononauts. Is that Sean Murphy? Goodness. I couldn't really tell you what this is taken from, but I've seen it before. It's some Punisher book, isn't it? I'm just drawing a blank. I don't know. I know I had the other cover in here that was sort of a take on Spidey 106 with Flash like what if Flash Thompson became Spider-Man, I think is what it says. Yeah, I don't know. That one we all know. I don't know the actual number off the top of my head, but Neil Adams. Demon in a bottle. It's Groot in a bottle. I like that. So there's your Spawn 8. Of course. Newsstand, too. I got a few Trump ones. So that's your Hulk Annual 1. As is this guy. And then I got another copy of that. 2 of those in here. And then in addition to that, I got this Hercules version. And then in addition to that, I've got that Trump. So, lots of Trumpy crap. Okay, let's get those out of here. Those are done. That one's done. This is some sort of Turtles homage. I just couldn't tell you what. I don't collect Turtles. But I don't even know if it's a specific number. I think it's that Raphael book, but maybe not. It's just the Turtles homage to radically rearranged Ronin Ragdolls. Oh my god, it's a mouthful. God damn, another Trump book. This was the only one I'm like happy to have and not ever gonna let go. I like this one. And now the Hillarine. And the other, this is a flip book. Like the other cover to this, I think is like an homage to, I want to say Hulk 1. This is a Thor book. I don't know the number off the top of my head. 30 or 290 something. It's a low 300s, I think. Could be Keith Pollard. Yeah, well, he did this one too. And Nowlin. Deceased. Got a couple of those in here, I think. Exorcist Justice League cover. Spawn 298, 299. Nope, these are both 298s. Which Swipe's amazing 298. And then a bunch of the Neil Adams variants. Nope, that's just one anyway. There are a few in here. I have the whole set, and those are in a separate box, but I think anyone I got doubles of, I put with these. So that's a, I don't know the number, but it's that Superman Man of Steel book, I think, where he's breaking, like, the kryptonite chains. Unless this is a take on something else. Kind of an homage here. Another one of those. I've sold this book a few times. Yeah, excuse me. Okay, Black Knight is a take on the original, the Golden Age Black Knight. I had that book for a while before I realized that. Royals, number 1, you get Baymax up there doing another Days of Future Past homage. Another Neil Adams book. I don't know exactly which one that swipes, but I've seen it before. Plastic, doing the Spider-Man annual. Another one of these Hulk annual things. Let me pull that out. What's going on? Bucky. Bucker! Underdog. Doing the old Action Comics. Bucky! Bucker! That's X Factor, I don't even know, 6. First Apocalypse. Another Spidey swap, symbiote swap. I had it right. What number is this? It's an Eric Larson book. 18 maybe? 21 sounds right. It's in the, teens or the lower 20s of the McFarlane Spider-Man run. I don't know why they made him look like a pirate, but cool. A 2000 AD, 2020, 20 AD. Another Days of Future Past swipe. An Avengers 4 swipe. Xavier walks again, that's a good one. An Avengers 1 swipe. Another one of these? I think I already showed this one. So that's a double. Pretty sure. Okay, cool. So that's that whole stack. I'm gonna try to get through another one at least. So I showed that. This is a riff on Suicide Squad 1. Very cool. Ooh, Death of X. That's Xmen 46, I think. 45 or 46. And I believe it's the last issue of X-Men. Well, no. Because then they... I think X-Men went up to like 60. Because whatever issue was with the Hulk, where they fight Hulk, that's like the last issue. And then they started doing the reprint stuff. So I don't know if that was...
So now we're avenging...
Yeah, it's not the last issue at all. They... Pretty positive they kept going throughout the 50s and stuff. It's loud. Yeah, I don't know. I think that one's 46, but they went... I don't know. My X-Men knowledge is lacking right now. What? Why am I thinking it's the last issue? Maybe because they die or something, and then maybe they took a break. Maybe that was when they were doing like the little solo stories for a while with like Origins. But I thought that was when they were doing the reprint run, which was like the 60s through 90s, or mostly 80s. And then the backstory was the reprint, was like the origin story. I don't know, man. I don't know. Forget it. Secret Wars 1 with the little mini mates. That's one I don't care about having. These are almost all like keepers I'm happy to have and don't want to let go of, but I'm pulling some out that I don't care about. Another Amazing 15 Homage, Radioactive Woman. One of my few Simpsons books. So this is one that I don't really... This is not an homage or a swipe. It's a reprint. So it really... I only put it in here because it is a slightly different cover. They changed the color schemes and stuff. I have a few reprints in here that don't necessarily belong. But, they're here. Cool. One of the best Mary Jane covers. Dark Knight, something or other, 4. One of those Dark Knight Returns books. 2 or 4. I think it's the 4th one. Cool. It's Cloud Red time. Yeah, like this one is a reprint of like Swamp Thing 7 or 5. I think it's 7. It's one of those numbers. But it's a slightly, you get a different title, you get a different trade dress, slightly different colors. So, I don't know. It's not a swipe, but whatever. This, I don't know the number, but it's Adventure Comics something or other. It's the first Legion of Superheroes. So Chastity and the Legion of Super Chaos. It's kind of cool. I like that cover a lot. Chastity's pretty good. I got the first issue, and some of them are just hot covers. This one is an X-Men 100. Whatever. Homage. And then, okay, so here's a bunch of Neil Adams ones. That one. This one, I think Frank Miller. That's a Superman one. This was, I think it's like the second Ra's al Ghul, excuse me. That's what that one's of.
Looks like the transaction was going down on a
I don't
cruise
know.
ship.
And then this is your first Doc Samson, I think, is what this is taken on. I don't know the number offhand.
Excuse me, miss.
This guy is a Daredevil something or other. It's a Frank Miller one. Punisher and Daredevil.
And you're subtle. Next time I'll just bring the Hulk.
It's hard to say for sure. I would guess it's supposed to be Xmen 50 or...
Haven't been on a cruise ship.
It's not 50 because that was Polaris. 50... 58, 53 or 58. The one where it's Neil Adams and it's like the living monolith taking down the title, tearing down the title kind of thing. But they've redone that cover a couple times, and there's one with the Dark Phoenix doing it. Or Jean's doing the same pose as this, so maybe that's more of a take on that. But another amazing 129. This is the Uncanny something something with Rogue and Captain Marvel fighting, or Rogue and Ms. Marvel at the time. And I believe Ms. Marvel was all like weird and zombified looking, all like brown monster, all husky and not husky. Like, that's not what I meant to say. Not like fat husky, but like her skin was all husky. There's that other one I'm talking about. Like decrepity scarecrow looking.
So we're finally having fun.
Fun? The limbo
I just can't name what Punisher that one is taken off of. Whatever. Okay. Another, I think 101. And they, like this is a reprint series, but it's kind of not only is an homage, is it an homage to X-Men 1, but Uncanny whatever 10 something, 106. I don't know the number. 10 something or 1 something in the teens, I think. That's what this cover's taken from, where you get the new team. Yeah. This is a Hulk 1, the elf thing. Kind of don't like having this in here because it's a number 1, but it is absolutely parody. That's another word for it. So here you go. This is a first Cosmic Ghost Rider. This book's actually should be worth a lot more than it is, but it's the fifth printing. Excuse me, fifth printing.
I know you still have your spy skills.
So it's not the lenticular version or anything. It's at Secret Wars.
Did you even notice the guy
I
following?
don't know.
Not every villain is a giant monster.
6, 9,
I saw him. Just not convinced he's our
6
guy.
sounds right.
Probably never see him again.
9, 10, whichever. Wasn't it the last issue though? Maybe Secret Wars 12.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's one with Doctor Doom. I'll tell you that much. And then I think that's still 298. This is Neil Adams swiping himself with that Muhammad Ali cover. I can get the Obamas down there instead. And this fucking guy. It's not bad, not bad. This one, I want to say it's Superman 8, where he's like, haha, it tickles, or that tickles, or something. He's getting struck by lightning. So in this updated version, it says, it still tickles. So I'd call that a swipe. This is Adam Hughes. Or I'd call that a, a swipe, homage, whatever. Oh, nice. So these are both the Johnny Craig cover.
See? Dead end.
Yeah, it says so, doesn't it? Honoring Johnny Craig.
He's an Atlantean?
Cool, cool. Cult classic. Number 1. And then same thing.
Knew that, didn't
I think I'm gonna sell this one though. Cool. Those are both real dope. And then you get a Rage Against the Machine homage. Detective 27, Tech 27 cover. A Avengers. This is She-Hulk and the Lady Liberators. I don't know, 83 sounds right. Where you got Valkyrie and the Lady Liberators. And they even had the same line in there with the male chauvinist pigs thing. Another copy of this guy. Some more Neil Adams covers. That's your first Ra's al Ghul. That's Jim Lee, huh? Yeah, cool. Speaking of that one cover. Not the Neil Adams variant, but it is a Neil Adams cover. Cool. Another Neil Adams variant. It's from World's Finest. I don't know the number. I don't know. Brigade number 1, I think. Ooh, Liefeld. It's another Xmen 100. Here's an Aardvark cover of Watchmen. Got a Rick and Morty cover. There. Here's a Tech 1000, which is a Jerry Robinson. I don't know the cover exactly, or what number exactly, but cool one. Probably my favorite of the Tech 1000s. So this one's cool. It's US Avengers, and they show you the image that it's kind of one of those like, well, no, they're doing those like 1 minute later covers. This isn't that. It's just a swipe, but they feel like we're stupid and they have to show us what they're swiping. Like, dude, we know. Trust me. So I think that kind of takes away from it, but it is what it is. So you already saw this as the Superman Muhammad Ali cover. Another copy of the Cyborg book. Hello. Stop that. I'm making a noise. Oh. Jesus Christ. Phone's seizing out. Hey, Walking Dead. I know you could get these customized as like what your comic book shop was, and they would put that in there, like you're breaking into that shop. Another Neil Adams. Another one of these Suicide Squads. I'm okay with having 2 though. Alright, so that's those. I definitely won't get to all 4 piles, but I'll try to get to as many of this one as possible. Just to give you guys an idea of, some of the other swipes that are out there you could collect. I don't buy any and all of them, but when I can get them for $1, $2, if it's a character I care about, or if it's a cover I'm a big fan of, I'm not like, oh my god, it's a cover swipe, I have to have it. Because, you'd end up with so many store exclusives and just incentive variants. There's just way too many. This one's cool. Valentino did it. Nice. Another Avengers 4 cover. This one, is that first Simonson, I believe? No, sorry, first Beta Ray Bill. I believe that's, it's after Simonson, but yeah, I think it's Beta Ray Bill. Yeah, so Blood Axe. And then they recently went to this cover again for the War Thor. Yeah. Got that, which I think is the Superman annual cover, where he's like made of stone with the eagle on him, I think. One of those Superman, Batman annual things. Yeah, it's gotta be Superman, yeah. This one I'm not positive on. It reminds me of that Uncanny issue. Again, I don't know the number off the top of my head, but it's one of the early Uncannies with the Starjammers. And I think that's a take on this, but I don't see like a direct claim on there, but it's what it makes me think of. Yeah, so here's some of the lenticular books where I took the lenticular cover off, and now you just have the Legacy cover. So this would be like Iron Fist Legacy number 1, or overall it's Iron Fist 73. And if you want, I got both covers there. Boom. Same for that one. And same for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and do this to the whole series. So there's gonna be a bunch more coming in from that, but yeah. Pretty cool. I overbought those when they came out because I thought they were the coolest thing. Ooh, another Larson. Oops. This is another good one they did. It's like Peter Parker Spider-Man 18 maybe 11. I don't know. The Mall. Gray Morrow. Homage. A Tomb of Dracula 1. A Walking Dead number 1. Another Amazing 129. Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's a Diodato doing Frank Miller's Wolverine number 1. Here is McFarlane doing the Perez Infinity Gauntlet number 1. This is old Del Mundo. Yeah, I usually don't like his work at all. It was so hard to get into Thor when he was doing it. Some Steranko. It's one of those Cap books. I don't know the number for sure. 10 something, 110 something. God damn, another Trump book. I think that's another Avengers 4 take. This is a good one. So I don't have hardly any wrestling books, but I definitely got this just for it being the it's Daredevil 43 swipe. The Cap and Daredevil fighting. Yeah, Spidey 50. Another Days of Future Past. Another Spidey 50. A Barack Panther. I don't know what number this takes from, but oh no, I got like 20 seconds left. There's a Spidey 300. Another copy of this. I'll about wrap this up then. Moon Knight doing Batman. Flash 123. And then I'll end it with this. Another Xmen 100. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. Hopefully you found something new you can get into. You might want to track down yourself. If not, oh well, sorry.